Hey, we back in the building like makeup. Mm, yeah, man, it's the next world. We got to get to it. Never do the show alone. Always got the family with me. Can't go nowhere alone. Always got some Nick Goonery with me. You know what I'm saying? It's playoff time, so I got my boy Champ in the building. You know what I'm saying? My son Champ in the building.
I'm
Champ, how you doing?
saying
How you feeling?
I'm good, brother. You know what I'm
All
saying? I'm
gear on.
outside. You know what I'm
Up.
saying? What's
You
going on, man? You know what
know
I'm
what
saying?
I'm
You
saying?
know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm
I'm saying?
saying?
Gotta look around, man. Make
Gotta
sure
look
everything
around. It's
good.
looking, pop out the bushes.
You know what I'm
It's wartime.
saying?
Put the
I'm saying there you go.
mask
There you
on.
go. There you
Going
go.
on, family? What's going on, boys?
What's
Yup,
good, brother?
man.
Ain't another day in the next world. You know how we gonna do playoff time. It's about to
Mm-hmm.
get breezy out here. We
You know
about
what
to
I'm
take down
saying?
the 313.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. And my guy,
Yes, sir.
the
What's
viral
Yeah,
good,
yeah, yeah,
man?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Shout out to the Knicks Nation.
brother,
Playoffs 2 days away.
sir.
It's wartime, baby. Let's go.
Get
Wartime.
get it. And of course, last certainly never least, the girl.
There she
B.
Hi
go.
The first
There
guys.
she
Doing,
lady.
go.
Going on, B.
There she
doing
How we
go.
doing? Two more nights of rest and then it's on. What's up?
more
What's up?
Yeah.
nights. Really by the time
Yeah.
just one. So man, we ready to go. We got the wall paint on. We got some good topics to get into. And again, how we usually do. We don't waste too much time. We're gonna jump right into it. How y'all feeling about the series so far? And shit, who's the best player in this series so far? Who would y'all say got it?
Oof.
Mm.
We gonna
Ladies
start with
first.
Ladies
But
first.
because I've been hearing some things. I don't know. A game of telephone, it gets crazy, you know. By the time it gets to you start hearing that K's the best. And we're like, wait, whoa, did we forget who Jalen Brunson is? Who did this by himself without the help? And this season he's coming in with help. So we saw what he did without it. Imagine what he's gonna do with it. Jalen Brunson is the best player in the series. People are
Jalen Brunson.
prisoners of the moment. And I do want to give people their flowers while they can smell them. Cade had an amazing season. I apologize to some Knicks fans to hate to hear that, but he did. He had a great season, and that sometimes it makes people forget when somebody's a little bit greater. Because you see greatness in your face right now, and you're like, wait a minute, I forgot about Jalen Brunson. Yeah, Jalen Brunson is better than Cade Cunningham. I believe this is a crazy take, real quick. Cade Cunningham is Jalen Brunson. If we stretch Jalen Brunson out just a little bit, you got the same exact player. So sometimes the teacher got to show the student this is what it is, and that's what we're gonna see this series. We're gonna see Jalen Brunson on Big Body Brunson. I don't care how tall Kate is. I don't care how great of a season he has. It's a reminder, and where he's gonna do exactly that. Jalen Brunson is better than Kate Cunningham. He's better than everybody in this series.
So as far as Jalen Brunson being like or Cade Cunningham being a Jalen Brunson, I see what you're saying, to a certain point. Like he's their captain. I think Cade I see where people can say Cade is the best. Like I know Knicks fans might want to kill me for this. It's just because this is a guy that is a lot more of a two-way player. You know what I'm saying? And he's got size, he's got length, and he's just. I think it gets lost in translation. Who's better right now? I think people are saying like people expect Kate Cunningham to be better than Jalen Brunson, and I think that's fair to say actually, given his how he came in the league and a lot of just people expect him to be an MVP. Now, Jalen Brunson is arguably an MVP year past 2 seasons. He's been argued an MVP. Has he been in the real MVP conversation? Probably not.
No
But
Knicks player ever is.
yeah, no, they don't really give it to Nick fans. I mean, Cat was at points in the
Right,
season
Cat had him
over
good three
Jalen,
months.
which was crazy because I mean, not crazy, but Cat actually had it over Jalen at times. But I could
Yeah.
see where you say Kate, but what's your thoughts? Who's the best player? And then give me your second best player after.
So it's just so disrespectful that people could say things like they see how you could look at Kate Cunningham being the best player or for whatever however you want to word it. Just because he's taller, more physical, and play both sides of the ball. I feel like that's a disservice to Jalen Brunson because
Yeah.
he has a stature size and how he was playing. You know what I'm saying? Like, Look at
Yep.
Iverson back in the days where it was a grown man's league in a sense. You know what I'm saying? Where you have 7 footers, not just at the center spot, but at the power forward spot. And Iverson, being the tiny guard, was literally not the purest of shooters from beyond the arc. He was literally driving, breaking you down,
Mhm.
going up. He was getting whatever the hell he wanted. In the mid range and just driving on you, laying you up. Jalen Brunson is doing the same thing. Just more foot coordinated. You know what I'm saying? The best guy or guard off 2 feet. You know what I'm saying? And he's taking people on. We've seen Mike Brown when he was coaching the Kings last season had a hell of a run over there. And he even said in his postseason scrum, or I'm sorry, post game scrum, where he said they had him in traps, they threw double teams and everything, and Jalen Brunson still gave them 40.
Mhm.
Still gave them 40. The littlest man on the floor gave you 40. There is a playoff Jimmy. There's a playoff Steph Curry. There is a playoff Jalen Brunson. Where Jalen Brunson was giving you between 30 and 40, being the
Well,
damn near only option.
the only one.
So, end of the day, Cade is going to have his time. I just don't think his time is right now. I feel like that's a
We
bad
to
way to
piggyback real quick. It's so funny because we saw what K did alone. He didn't even make the playoffs, but you could continue.
right. My point is at that at all. Like, how could I say a guy is the best in the series where he never even had a series before? You know what I'm saying? Like we've seen this before. No shots is being thrown, but we've seen this before where people felt like going in the postseason, they could turn up in the garden because everybody loves playing in the garden, but they don't really know how it is in the garden. You going off the regular season, not the playoffs. The garden is a completely different atmosphere for that.
Some of the best fans in the world. Shout out Knicks
So,
fans.
champ, give me the second best player.
In the series,
Who's the second?
Say it. It's all right. You can
I'm
say
going
it.
to say, all right, I'm going to say Cat
Yeah,
respectfully. Respectfully. And it's no disrespect to Cade, only
fuck that.
because
Disrespect. Big disrespect.
No,
this nah
disrespectfully.
listen nah I'm gonna be
K
fair.
wasn't an all-star starter this year, but continue. I'm sorry.
Absolutely, I know you're absolutely right about that. He was not. Cat was. Jalen was. The thing about Cade though is Cade had. It's a difference between Jalen giving you 30 and 10, and then it's a difference between Cade giving you 30, 10, and maybe 7 to 8 rebounds. The thing is, Cade have to do that for them to get a fighting chance to win. Jalen could be like, I'll give you 20 and 6, and we'll still win the game because there's more options for him. If you say, all right, well, if JB Pickerstaff say, all right, well, we're gonna throw double deck Jalen, where they go Cat? Cat gonna give you 25 and 12. Okay, well, there go OG. Okay, well, there go Mikhail. Okay, Josh is even giving you a little something, 15 points. You know what I'm saying? Like Shaman's on the heater coming off the bench. Deuce McBride goes back to the bench. Mitchell Robinson is back. He's fully healthy.
See,
Precious just
the
I'm
thing,
sorry.
the thing
Sound
with
like we got a team. It sounded like you was telling us that we
yeah,
got a team. That's what it
yeah, we
sounded
got a
like.
team,
It's
but
so many different ways that you can lose in a 4 game scenario without even touching Jalen Brunson's name.
so
The
you
thing about Detroit, I'm sorry, the thing about Detroit is you cannot expect them to win a game without Kay Cunningham. Kay got to be perfect, basically, to get him a
Facts.
fighting chance.
Facts.
That's the real T. He
That's a
got to be
fact.
perfect.
there's 16 million ways to die. Choose one.
JB about to have some
Got
nightmares.
we got players. We got, you know what I'm saying. Choose one and talk to me. Tell me who's the first best player, and then who's the second best player. And if you want to be disrespectful about it, be disrespectful.
Jalen Brunson's obviously number one.
Right.
Champ said it best, man. Allen Iverson, height don't mean nothing, right?
Facts.
Jalen Brunson was cooking up Joel Embiid and all. Height is a non-factor, right? Kate Cunningham, is respect. You got to respect his game. But I'm not gonna crown anybody who hasn't proved it. And a lot of times everybody gets caught up. Oh, this person does this. Yeah, but they haven't done it. You know what I'm saying? So like, I'm not gonna give respect. You know, you have to earn respect in this league. You know what I'm saying? You have to prove it. Like, I don't care. Like again, we've seen some of the best players do amazing things in the regular season. Come
Mhm.
playoff time, it's a different atmosphere. The lights are brighter. The stage is higher. You know, when you step on that stage, all of a sudden, now some guys get afraid of heights. You know what I'm saying? So Jalen Brunson's number one. Carl Anthony Towns is number two, and I'm putting Cade Cunningham at number three.
Mhm.
Um, and then after that is OG. After
Yeah.
that is there's not another Piston till like you get to nine,
Mhm.
8. You know what I'm saying? So like we have all the chips are on our side. You know what I'm saying? Um, yeah, man. That's who's the man in this series. Jalen Brunson. Now Jalen Brunson doesn't need to do like what he did last year because, like Champ
Mhm.
said, man, we have a
Yeah.
plethora of weapons. And what I want to see is I want to see these guys go in there in this game one and take this by force. You know what I'm saying? Let these guys know you guys haven't been here before. Your best player, and your best player has never even touched the postseason. So Champ said it perfectly.
He
You
did.
know, he hit it right on the bullseye. Like this guy, Kate Cunningham, has to be perfect for them to even win any game. You know what I'm saying? Listen, if Tobias Harris, if Tim Hardaway Jr., if these guys go for 30, you know what I'm saying? Shake their hand. Shake their hand at the end of the day. If that's how they beat us, okay, bro. Like
If
I'm
Tim
not even
Hardaway
mad at
scores
that.
30 in this series,
I'm not even
I'm taking you out to dinner. I'm taking
I'm
you out
not
to dinner.
even mad at that. You know what I'm saying? But you know, like the Knicks have an opportunity to silence the noise in this
And
game one. So I'm
and
gonna leave it
and
at that.
and before I go to Rails, let me who's statistically, and it's funny 'cause I'm going with stats because Rails is the stat guy. You know who statistically is the best scorer on that team statistically from the season?
On the
Malik
Pistons?
Beasley. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
Malik Beasley coming off the
He's a good
bench.
shooter,
yeah, yeah.
Malik Beasley coming off the bench.
but that
Yup.
says a lot. That says a lot.
Yeah, I don't
I
look
like.
fearful at all.
I want to
I
know.
like I like Malik Beasley. He's nice, but he's not second, third
Relax.
option nice.
You being real respectfully on this. He's okay.
Nah,
No,
he
no,
leads the
no.
league, I think, in 3-point percentage, if I'm not
Yeah,
mistaken. Like,
but my point is he can't be your second option.
He's
no, 100%. But what you can't do is, what I don't want to see, and we'll get to this later. If you leave him open,
yeah, he gonna fry.
congratulations, you
Yeah,
played yourself.
Yeah,
yeah.
congrats.
He better be
Totally,
Kyrie.
totally play yourself.
He better
He
be Clay Thompson in the flesh.
he's one of
He
those
better be
players
Kyrie.
can't overlook and can't like look. These are all NBA players at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Anybody in the NBA at the end of the day is it comes with confidence and it comes with reps. Like when you get enough reps in and you get the green light from your coach, which he has, sky's the limit, bro. Like I don't care
Mhm.
what your name is. Like a lot of times all of this shit is written. Like everything is completely gifted to a lot of the stars in the league based off of the volume that they take, based by the how greenlit they are, and just their confidence alone. Like they're just like, oh, I'm gonna take over. I'm gonna take this amount of shots. Anybody in the NBA could do that. You know,
Yeah.
what I mean, we had Alonzo Trier on our team, like cooking at one point. You know what I'm saying? And he's not in the league. I mean, we know it was other reasons why, possibly, but
No,
just saying.
especially if you're in the NBA multiple years as a vet, that is something that you should be very praised about. Malik Beasley has been in the league for a few years. He bounced around, but he always finds his place because he's a shooter. So you do have to respect shooter shoot. Um,
And the
a op
thing,
is a op though. So respectfully, I saw a op is a op, and
yeah,
Malik is
no,
a
He's
definitely.
got,
And right now, once the playoffs actually do start, I think you're gonna see us snarling a little bit more. But right now, we're gonna be keeping it a little bit respectful, just because the playoffs haven't completely started. And like shout out to Malik Beasley, like he has been passed around, and now he's shown that I'm not one of
why
those
he
ones.
keeps the
Be
job.
passed
Yeah, why he
around.
keeps the job.
Like
well,
you got around.
yeah, I mean, I think he was on the T Wolves. That's where
Yeah,
he used to play with Cat. You know what I'm saying? That's why
he was
they have
on
that
a
connection. But he was, you know, he's been in those moments. They made it to the Western Conference Finals last year, so he's not afraid of the moment. You know what I'm saying? That's somebody who those guys, a lot of those guys who haven't been there, Kate Cunningham's gonna lean on those guys for experience. You know what I'm saying? So experience. The one thing is the Knicks have a lot of experience on our team, but like the one thing you can't do is go in there underestimating them. You got to go in there and
Mhm.
know your opponent, respect the opponent, and respectfully put them away.
Mhm.
And honestly, that's my biggest fear with the Knicks going into this series. Just feeling like they're the better team and not having the
Stagnant.
home. You know, I don't know.
Don't play down.
We
Don't
play
play
to our
down.
competition a lot. But real quick, before we go, Rose, is it unanimous? Is Jalen the best person in this series? Like,
No,
No.
like
no.
Who's the best player in the
who's the best
series?
player in the series?
Yes, Jalen is. I feel like you guys kind of cover it, but for me, because I feel like he gets disrespected, and you got like now ESPN keeps talking about Kevin Durant, Kevin Durant, Kevin Durant. To me, the best
OG.
player is gonna have to be his coming out party. It's gonna be my Nigerian brother, OG.
OG. Ooh.
It's gonna be OG. When Jalen Brunson was out,
Like it.
OG didn't average over 24 points a game, if not more. OG guarded everybody's best man on the team, the games that Brunson and then in the whole season. In the last two games, he had a couple from Mikal Bridges mistakes. It was a game that every single space that I joined that everybody was saying how he was phenomenal. He went from his man, helped out on the switch. So what you call it? Wouldn't get cooked. And for him to do that and still be tired and still score, and then he's dunking on everybody. Okay, this is last year OG when he was on one leg and we was praising him that he played 2.5 minutes to give us some hope and spirit. Now he's fully healthy, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he's busting ass and taking names later. For me, yes, you guys make all great points. And of course, it's gonna be popular. People see the show, they're gonna say, yes, they agree, Jalen Brunson, but for me, it's OG because he gonna show everybody he's worth that 200 million something dollars. And no, you don't have to trade me for Kevin Durant, who's a Hall of Famer, but he's also 37. You don't have to mortgage the future to get him. I am here. I can be your third best player. The
Mm-hmm.
second, the second best player to me is twofold. It's Brunson and Cat. I need Cat to I need Cat to be aggressive and be that cat that took his team with Anthony Edwards. You see what's going on over there, to the Western Conference Finals. I need him to show why he tell people on podcasts and everything that he is the best shooting big man in NBA history. What stats conclude he is telling the truth, no lies, right? And half of that is Jalen Brunson. Jalen Brunson, I need you to show us believers that you can be a decoy. You can take over with need be, but
Mm-hmm.
you could be the decoy. I want you to prove everybody next Twitter wrong and around the world that you don't have to play hero ball to win the game. You had enough time to sit on that bitch during your injury and see how everybody was balling because that ball was passing around. The two dribbles and the ball was passing around. You don't have to be hero. You have help. Leon Rose and that management team gave you help. They resigned your help. They gave up 5 picks for your help. You have help. You're a point guard. Point guard to a point guard. Orchestrate you the team. You're the magician.
If I could chime in real quick, Stan, the only thing I'm gonna push back on is if these guys, which has been a common theme this season, if these guys early are missing shots, I'm gonna need Jalen to play hero ball. I'm not gonna keep passing it to
Agreed.
guys
Thanks.
who keep clanking it. That's not what I'm gonna do. And against this team, they're young. You know what they say about these young teams? They have nothing to lose. They have nothing to lose. So if these guys would this whole season up until Jalen got hurt, the first half you would see 1 for 7, 0 for 5, 1 for 9. That's what you would see from the, and then the guys would come alive in the second half. We can't do that in this series, and I don't want Jalen to have to resort to that, but I'm not gonna bash Jalen if I'm not gonna wait till we 25 points down, 30 points down for them to say, yeah, I'm gonna keep passing it. No, 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 no. I need him to keep it in within striking distance. And these guys, this is what makes Boston so good, right? Those guys, Tatum and Brown, they pass it to guys like Derek White, to KP, to Drew Holiday, and they maximize the opportunity. And these guys, OG, Mikhail, all these guys, they gotta maximize those opportunities when they're given to them. Because at the end of the day, I'm not listen. You never told Kobe to share a rock, right? I let Kobe go do what Kobe does, right? I'm gonna let LeBron go do what LeBron does. I'm gonna let Steph Curry do what Steph Curry does. I'm not gonna tell Jalen Brunson, nah, you gotta fall back.
But
Listen, the opportunities are gonna be there. You gotta maximize those opportunities.
100%. The only pushback I'll give is why I make that statement. That's not where I'm entirely coming from, but it is times where Jalen would pounce the ball almost 17 seconds out of the shot clock. Whereas I also watched him play
Hmm.
within the offense, and it's beautiful,
Yeah,
right? So when you get your guys to your point, when you get your guys early, you dish the ball and they got a rhythm. It's been times where he takes the rhythm away. My OG, we all been like we all been in spaces, whereas in champ we always been in a late night space where OG is cooking, but he don't see
Hmm.
the ball no more.
Right.
Yeah.
So I want to see Jalen do whipping the offense. Now if he got beat Dana Cody Bryant because nobody's making shots, I never said not to do that. But I'm
yeah.
saying, and check my witness, when people flowing and my son OG's cooking and he can get that 35, I don't need you to go off the reservation.
Yeah. Yeah, this team definitely has
But
a
nobody making a shot. I agree with Ant.
they
Do
they
what you
they,
need
def,
to do.
they definitely have a niche of going away from the high hand. What was working for them early on, they definitely do.
Now,
Honestly,
history has shown in the last few winners that a scoring point guard isn't needed. So that's true.
yeah, it's
He defense or playmaker
I
at the
think
guard.
kind of really said it best. But everybody kind of touched on it. But yeah, it's not necessarily needed with this team. Like
Hmm.
with this team, because of now you absolutely needed that version of Jalen Brunson last year
Yeah.
in a
Correct.
because
100%.
we didn't have any. We
We
didn't
ain't
have
have what we have now.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Dante DiVincenzo was our second best player. So
Yes.
like let us fly absolutely. But I
I love it.
honestly hated that brand of basketball from Jalen Brunson last year, and I didn't hear him talk about being accountable in those situations. Only thing I heard him say was like, "Oh, usually those shots will fall." No, bro. Like I'm not trying to hear that shit, bro. Pass the rock. Keep moving the
Right.
ball. Keep moving the
To
ball. The
his
reason
defense,
why
I could say that
Boston
he
does, hold on. The reason why Boston does well is because they swing, 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 and
Yes.
somebody
Yes. Yes, Stan. Yes.
it's the laws of averages. Like I'm
If
a
you
law,
missing shots
laws of
though,
averages.
that nah. If you missing shots though, nah. I
If
yeah,
can't agree
you
with
gotta.
laws
that.
of
That's why he's the captain. But I do want to say to his defense, to Jalen Brunson's defense, I think the way he did kind of slap us in the face this season, he did average his career high in assists. It's a
he,
Bingo.
start. It's a
he
start.
did,
It's a start going into the playoffs. So he's showing that I
And he
want to
picked
move
that
the
shit
ball.
up. And he picked that shit up in a month's time.
That's what I'm
Like he
He's
saying.
picked
showing
that
I
shit
want
up
to
in
move the
like
ball. So
November.
we gonna see. We gonna see.
No, 100%. He adjusted one seat, and I said this before a couple shows before. He adjusted because he started seeing the team that he has. But what I'm saying is, we I think we all agreeing. But the thing is, what Jalen Brunson never had is someone who was in the Western Conference Finals last year. It was a big piece because look what happened that he came to the Knicks, which I'm talking about Cat, versus to what Anthony Edwards is desperately missing right now.
Yeah.
Yes. Amen.
Math is math.
Amen.
yeah. I mean, like we could honestly, this particular topic I think can be an entire show.
It
Just
I don't
could.
think
You're
nobody
right.
can. I don't think Sam. Let cut you off. I don't think nobody can fuck with us if Brunson, Cat, and OG. If you want to sprinkle Hart and Bridges, but this them
They
three,
don't need to.
great.
especially the one right here who could defend everybody and still give you 18, 5 and 5.
See,
Jeez.
but Rouse, here's the thing, right? And honestly, I was talking to my brother about this.
I'm a Jimmy and brother.
Like, yo, Mikal Bridges, if he accepts the role, and he's probably not going to, especially in a like this is a check year for him. But if he accepts the role of a Josh Hart esque player,
Hmm.
and just like yo, I'm gonna just get in where I could fit in type, and OG, Cat, like y'all do what y'all do. I think now most people, you might say
Nah,
he's
nah, 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 nah. Stay there.
yeah, but
I'm with you. Stay there.
yeah, like if he could stay in that role and actually accept it, I think honestly, like that might be the best version of Mikal Bridges we can get. I think a
A
lot of
hundred
people
percent.
that
But you
fourth, third version and it's like, yo, this team does not
but
need that.
you
And
but you
we
know
talked
what's
about that on the past
The-
shows. How B was saying we don't have a third option necessarily. So it's like we
Right.
don't need Mikel as a third option or a fourth.
And Chip, before you jump in, saying
Mhm.
100% agree with you because that was a road that he accepted with Phoenix.
On Phoenix.
They
See
went
the
to the chip. They were. I was just watching Gills Arena and all of them today. Shout out to Gills Arena if you're watching this. They had several shows where they talk about Mikal Bridges. Mikal Bridges, to stand point, could be in a Josh Hart esque is being the glue guy, play defense, get rebounds, but he's a great mid range shot. He could go back to his knowing his role, the Phoenix wise, that he'd be phenomenal.
but
He
the
got
thing but
pushed to be the man in the Nets because he
but
got
the funny
traded.
thing but the funny thing is though, right? When you look at the season how it unfolded, he had a successful season off of everybody
A
else being
Yeah,
very
seventeen
successful.
point
successful season.
six.
He's averaging damn near 17 to 18 points, shooting 50%. He
You were
played every
around and
game.
around. It's
Thirty-five
yep,
from the
18
3-point
points,
line.
17.6. Yep.
35 from
Yeah,
the
35%
3 point is not good.
right. So you're right.
It's
Like
not, but
shooting
it's decent for the. But when we came to the season, people were like making fun of his
for what
form and
we
doing all of that to shoot
Well,
you know
no,
what
he
it is?
actually
$50,000.
changed his jump shot though. That's why. But go
You know
ahead,
what it
Chip.
is? Right, right. And you know what it is? It's because for what we gave you, you supposed to get more, which is completely understandable. Completely understandable. But again, he didn't have a bad season.
No, yep.
If you're winning, he's contributing to that.
I
You know what I'm
think
saying?
I think
Like
when people say he had a bad season, they don't talk about the offensive numbers. They talk about
the
his
defensive.
defense. We brought
Okay.
him over here
Okay.
to be a wing that can shut down, and it hasn't been working out.
I
Like
was
I don't.
shocked to see that he didn't average a full block or steal this season. I was shocked
But
to see that.
even the numbers, like again, like you couldn't put him on a guy and say, all right, I don't have to worry about him. With OG, you could do that.
Hmm.
With
Yeah.
Mikael, it has been an absolute disappointment.
Hmm.
But now here at
Well,
the playoffs,
against
we have the opportunity to start fresh.
yes. And against the Detroit Pistons, he's shooting 52% from three.
Yeah, and the next topic, you know what I'm saying, as we continue to talk about the series, I'll talk about like my hopes and
Oh yeah, this
expectations for
yep.
the series and what we can build on and grow from starting in this first round.
So let's keep it there. And let's talk about the second best player in the series, possibly the third. I actually didn't give my take on who could be who's the man. I actually thought that Cat could be the best player of the series. In
Mm.
my opinion, he's the man. If we are swinging the ball, swinging, he is that difference maker. He is quietly, you know, killing the game the past 10 games. What I think Champ before we was talking about the game, before the show, Champ alluded that he's number three in rebounds right now, and I believe
Second,
on the
second.
second on a per game actually, right?
Hmm.
Is
Second,
it
yep.
per game?
Yes, Sabonis started Sabonis did end the season with 13.9, Cat is second with 12.8, and he actually ended the last 10 games, ended the season really high with averaging at least 25 points, 12 rebounds, and 3 assists. So he's coming
Hmm.
into this series ready.
Hmm.
So everybody's trashing the guy that's possibly the second best player. People having the third, sometimes the fourth. You got people saying Cade, then Jalen, then OG, then like the disrespect is getting kind of wild out here, especially given his last 10.
Hmm.
Everybody hate Chris. Chris, everybody hate Cat. It seems
They
everybody hate
do.
Raymond. It's everybody hates Cat. What's going on with like it's quiet. Like as far as what he's doing, it's not the most sexiest what he's doing right now.
Oh, that's crazy.
But
That's sexy.
talk to me, talk to me a little bit about what he's doing because it doesn't feel like what he's doing. Everybody seemed to be kind of hating on him and kind of counting him out. Like, give us what he's been doing. Like,
I want to first start off by saying, yes, Dad, I want to start by saying playing for the New York Knicks is hard. It's hard. Let's
that's
start
facts.
there. These
Facts.
numbers on any other team is crazy.
Hmm.
25 and 12 is crazy. From a big man, a 7-footer. That's absurd numbers. Again, the NBA nowadays, it is a scoring league. So to see 25, we get that every night from anybody sometimes. So I understand that. But he averages 25 points on this season. And at the season averaging 25. That's insanity. I think why everybody hates Cat though is we can't forget history is noted and people do follow that today. then be in the present moment to see what's occurring. And history does show that Cat does not show up in the playoffs. Um, to me, I felt this is past is the past. This is an opportunity for Cat, but that's why we don't like Cat. Cat, he struggles in the playoffs, and a lot of people don't want to get over that. They don't want to get over the amazing season that he had for us. His debut, we gave up one of our favorites, Julius Randle and Dante DiVincenzo, that we still haven't let go going into this playoffs. We're still talking about it. We're still
About it.
wondering. God forbid if Julius Randle has a better season than Carl Towns. That's also why Carl Towns has to have a good series and be the 1 or 2 guy. Because God forbid if yes, got somebody in Minnesota has a better series than him. Um, is what we gave up for him and what he's done before. Cat hasn't done much in the West. To some people, I think he did what he could with the team that he had, and then on top of that, what we gave for him, they wanted him to average 30 points and 20 rebounds. That's what I see. I don't see that anybody's that
Yeah.
satisfied with it. An all-star starter first year in, and we gave up some of our favorites to get you. I think he did amazing. Hats off to Cat. He's a professional. He comes to work and does his job while dealing with a lot of off-court issues that are very emotional to some people. I give my hat off to him this season. He has, now that I think about it, to reverse, he has to be the best player in this series.
Yeah.
And I think it just goes to the just unfortunate that he just played some pretty bad basketball in the postseason, and people are not over the Dante and Randall thing. I think that's what it is. We're still a little bit upset about that.
You
Hmm.
got your darlings. Josh Hart's one of them. Jalen Brunson's obviously one of them. Cat's earning his stripes right now. He earning them Tiger stripes right now.
Yeah.
He earning them Bengal stripes. He earning them stripes right now. Cat got to show up in this series. If he
He does,
doesn't, our balls are on him right now. Everybody hates Cat, and
and he got
yes,
to
he
shoot that ball
came
better
into
than Malik Beasley from three.
I don't know if that's gonna happen. I
Right?
don't know if that's gonna happen just because
Imagine.
Malik Beasley's been on fire.
He's really good. Yes.
He's been on fire, but uh, champ, talk to me about why you feel like everybody's hating on Cat. Is it valid? And like, what can he do to pull himself out of this?
That was a deep breath.
Yeah, cause it's like Stan just said, like what can he do to pull himself out of it? What more do you want, bro? Like 25,
That's
12. I played majority of the season. I've been the most healthiest I've ever been.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Bearing the little finger issue that I have. Didn't sit down, end up playing, going to the postseason, literally all-star starter, give me literally second lead in rebounding. I was flirting with the number one spot for a while. To Sabonis took it from me. Uh 25, 27 points. Me and Jalen was the new 30 for 30 at a point in the season. Like what more do you want, bro?
Running out of fingers, champ. You gave me so many points.
What more do you like come on, B. What more do you want? What do you want from me, Rails? And like what do
Remember
you want
that
me to
leave Brittany
do?
alone meme? That's what we need for Cat.
What do you want me to do? All right, so we go in Detroit. We beat Detroit, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. Y'all better had. Y'all better had.
Right.
Looks like what more do you want, bro? Like it is what it is, bro. Like it's nothing that can happen, man. Like it is what it is. I have no words. Like
so
I read off my resume. Do what you will with that.
so you telling me Cat is feeling like Tyrese right now, not Maxie or Halliburton, but Tyrese the actor. What more do you want from me? Like
Like,
he just
bro, like
that's how you
I can't
feeling right now.
I can't imagine being in that man's shoes. Like,
Mhm.
damn if I do, damn if I don't. Like, I'm chilling. I'm not out partying. I'm chilling. I bust ass on the court, go home, chill with my lady, make sure she good. Like, just you know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of stuff is going on. This is my home, so a lot of things is hitting me, the nerves, the emotions. My mom, you know what I'm saying? Mom's is not there. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's he's doing a very, very incredible feat, and he doesn't get enough credit for that.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Like he's
Not even
playing his ass off.
I think
and
what
he's still getting the
people want to
bare
see
minimum max
though
credit.
is they want to see it in the playoffs. And I know we gonna go to Ann on that. Like what again? More can he do to change the narrative? Everybody's hating on Cat. I don't want to say it's rightfully so. Part of it's rightfully so. He's still trying to kill the soft narrative behind him. I don't know if he's gonna debunk that. Um, some people feel like he has, some people hasn't. Like it all depends on what your terminology, what your thought process is behind it. But Cat, man, like why is everybody hating on Cat? Is it valid, and what can he do?
Yeah, I mean, again, regular season's cool, but
Yeah,
where it matters is, you got to put your money where your mouth is at the, and it comes to this, right, in the playoffs, right? Because an all-star appearance is cool, you know what I'm saying? Averaging whatever you want to average, that's cool, but can you produce when we need you to produce? And you're the number two guy. So me personally, I don't care what anybody did in the regular season, right? The same way, nobody, right? Because if you're gonna say that he did stuff in the regular season, all right, cool. So then, should we take into account that we beat no top teams in the regular season? No, right? We want to. So like, you got to call a spade, right? So with Cat, people are looking. Yeah, you know, we brought you over here because we felt that you can complement the team and help Jalen and be a factor on this team to help us get over the hump. And that's what people are waiting to see. You know what I'm saying? Dante, you could say whatever you want, but Dante was money in the bank. He had an iconic moment for the New York Knicks. You know what I'm saying? So now, Cat, the spotlight's on you. You know, um, people. Last year he did good against Nikolai Jokic, right? But the very next series, he shot them out of that series. He did not play well. And I think someone said like he's the best shooting big man. I'll take Dirk any day, but that's just me. Um, but
Mm.
Cat is not set in stone. Cat still has the ability to do amazing things, right? And the time is now. And this is where careers are made. Pressure is either gonna make you stronger and make you better, or it's gonna burst the pipes. And there's no greater stage than the mecca of NBA, right? New York, the Garden. You know what I'm saying? So this kind of ties in. I think that the Knicks have a ton of pressure on them in game one. And how
yeah,
they come out is going to dictate how this series is going to go. They have the ability to grab that pressure by the neck and tame it and let the Detroit Pistons know that we run this. You guys aren't even on this level yet. And it starts with, Jalen Brunson, we know what he's about, but Carl Anthony Towns, what are you going to impose your will? You
got to
know?
be the man. You got to
Yeah.
be the man, bro.
So that's my
Mhm.
only thing is that I don't care about regular season. James Harden, great scorer all time, but what was his knockoff?
Yeah.
Come playoff time, you got to show me the money, and he did that. He didn't do that a lot of times when he should have. So
And honestly, that's one of the quick point on like James Harden versus D Wade discussion. Like, I never understood the whole people saying James Harden is better than D Wade. I'm
Why
like,
are they even in the same sentence?
that's how I felt. I'm like,
That's
yo, y'all want
insane.
scoring or
yeah,
y'all
that's a
want
different.
championship?
Yeah, that's
Like,
a yeah.
Dwayne Wade's in
what are
competition
we
with like
doing?
Kobe and them.
Dwayne
Yeah,
Wade was the
bro.
best
Like,
player. He was the best player in his first championship won in '06.
Shout out Dwayne Wade.
shout out to Wayne Wade, bro. Like that boy's a bucket. They
Yeah,
Wade
but
So I
found
don't
listen,
even
this is
know
not the
how
sport.
I. He was another one I wish we got. There was a fantasy at one point, but sorry.
Listen,
yeah.
man, I'm
So
not
good.
trying to
It's
slight James Harden either. I love his spirit.
nah, nah.
I'm gonna
Definitely
I love what
say
he
James
does,
That's
he a
my
but
triple
Virgo brother.
threat.
Shout out my Virgos.
at the end of
James
the
Harden's
day,
fire. James
this
Harden's
is what
fire.
it comes down to with Carl
Harden's
Anthony
triple
Towns.
threat.
With Carl Anthony Towns, you got
But
to show me in the playoffs, bro.
but here's what we talking about right now. We talking about playoffs, and we can't let nobody off the hook. So
That's what I'm saying.
when it's certain conversations we can have, and then once we have that playoff conversation, we're not always having a playoff conversation. Most of the time, we in the regular season. Most
Yeah,
of
Exactly.
the time, we
The
talking all
same.
82, and then once we get to the playoffs, it's like the conversations change a little bit, and
Yeah.
then Now we're back in the regular season, and guys are
That's
redeeming
why
themselves.
the same standard. You wanted to crucify Julius Randle. Okay, make
Right.
sure you have the same energy. If Carl Anthony, like that's my only thing. Like I like to be consistent, right? Like you want to talk about. Oh, people are still stuck on Dante. Dante actually did something for this franchise, and we were
Facts.
undermanned last year. So he, at the end of the day, he's done more than most Knicks have done. You know what I'm saying? And
Facts.
so listen, the playoffs. This
Not
is
even.
where the checks are written, bro. We saw what OG did last year. All right, bro, you worth that 200 plus million, bro.
Mhm.
This is where the money is. Those owners, they say, oh, all right, yeah, this guy could ball, this guy could hoop, and that's where the checks is written. So
So, Rels, talk to me.
Yeah, man.
Everybody hate Cat.
Everybody hates Cat. Um, I I don't. I honestly
Valid.
don't understand it. I told you don't understand it because at the end of the day, Cat, alongside Anthony Edwards, took the team to a franchise to the Western Conference Finals, but they haven't been there since KG, right? And he was the big piece, especially in that game when he came alive, when he had, and they still close to this day with Anthony Edwards say, "Come on, I need you, Cat. Show them what you're made of." And Cat busted that team ass. Then they had 30 something points and 20 something rebounds. If you give me dynamic something close to that, you show New York fans like why we made that move, right? I believe in Cat. I think that sometimes Knicks fans we do the self-sabotage thing where we got something good finally and we find anything negative and so because we waiting for that other shoe to drop and not just understanding the moment right now we finally got a team. I'm going to barbershops. I'm watching old guys, black, white, and indifferent, saying, we finally have a squad. We haven't had a good squad like this consistently since the 90s. And I'm so happy for you young guys to see how we love that 90s Knicks as you guys love these Knicks right now. And I just want everybody as a Knicks fan, give that man support. Don't write that negative, stupid tweets because it's dumb.
Mhm.
Hug him, let this man ball out, let his man show us what he can make of, and he's gonna do what he do because he know he's in the Mecca. He know he's in the brighter lights. He understands the scrutiny. He understands all that, and I think he's gonna put on just to shut everybody up. He's gonna put on and prove something, and I think he's also gonna put on to show Minnesota what they miss.
Amen.
Man, that was a fire ass take. Um,
word.
I think I really think what happens is narratives run on so long, and then when you see a small sample of something, a la his last 10 games, right now, obviously you can't take your last 10 games into the playoffs with you, right?
100%,
But
100%.
prior to that, I think people was everybody hated Cap. It was a different. I think that would led up to the everybody hates Cat,
Of
and then these
course.
last 10 games, it's been quiet. It's been good. I think he's been playing a different brand of basketball, and it's been a quiet like what 25 and 12. So, come on, like what are we doing?
Yeah.
That's
The last four years, 24.8. We could give him the 25. 11.9. We could give him the 12.
like that. Those are very good numbers. Now, obviously, we want to see it in the playoffs, but he knows what he has to do. I think that this guy is going to show up. But again, going based off of older takes and updating our information, I think that kind of brings us into our next topic, the missing education of the Knicks, and the different X factors. Shout out to Lauren Hill, the GOAT. Um, we're
Mhm.
gonna talk about the X factors here. Like we talked about Jalen, we talked about Brunson. Obviously, well, Brunson. We talk about Jalen, we talk about Cade, we talk about Cat. We talk about OG. These guys are clearly, difference makers. These guys are clearly the mans in their own respective rights. But who could be the X factor? Let's talk about somebody who we're maybe not talking about. Somebody that's going to come out and just surprise you, a la now. Granted, Dante DiVincenzo, he had to step up in a different manner, but somebody who could come up and just be a different X factor and just like, wow, we didn't see that one coming, or just matchup base wise, they don't got nothing for that man. So we're gonna start with you, Rels, since you've had the last two topics at the end. Start us off with this. Who's gonna be the X factor of this series? Who you got?
I kind of said before, but OG is gonna be an X
You love
factor
your
because
Nigerian brother.
my Nigerian brother. The reason why I say OG again is gonna be X factor because we seen what he's doing. Everybody's calling him the modern day Pippen, right? He could be a
Mhm,
playmaker. He goes to the whole shoot mid range. He's knocking down three. That's something that nobody's talking about. I've been in these spaces. Shout out to everyone who's doing spaces, all these podcasts. Nobody's really talking about how he's knocking down 3 pointers from the corner and from the wing, and he's shooting better in the wing, right? So he's making the defense play honest. Then he's going in the hole and dunking on people, and he's getting his blocks, right? So if I'm not mistaken, he's getting a block a game, and definitely get like 1 or 2 steals a game. So to me, he's the X factor because not only if he can stay steady and score us at least 17 over 17.6 a game, if he plays defense and lock up their best player, and I won't be surprised he'd be locked up with Kate Cunningham. And I bet you, Kate Cunningham shooting percentages is going to be low. 'Cause my man is going to be playing defense on him. And as long as everybody else shows up and play defense, and he doesn't have to do what he did games past, my Nigerian brother is going to be the X factor, man. I was going to pick somebody off the bench, but I really feel my heart
you love your
that
Nigerian
going
brother.
into the playoffs. We get ready to go into the playoffs. We keep hearing Durant, because what he got going on in Phoenix. My Nigerian brother going to say, "Let me show you something, man."
So we
He
gonna
did
go
also end the
first.
last game very furious. I don't know if you
Yeah,
saw that too, Rouse.
Hmm.
but I agree with you. I like that you kept him the X factor and also the man of the series. I think he can accomplish both things. Um, but Ed, talk to me again, keeping it reverse on the last few topics. We went. So let's go with you now. Tell me who's the biggest X factor. People out here miseducated. You gotta educate the good folk out here. Who's the X factor on the Knicks series right now?
Um, it's gonna be two players. Mitchell Robinson and Landry Shamet. I think my biggest takeaway is Landry Shamet was shooting so well. Um, he's earned a spot in these playoffs. We need that spark off the bench, and he got it going. I really like what he brings to the table, and he brings effort. On the defensive side, Mitchell Robinson. I mean, he's been a game changer since he come back. So I'll let some of my my other co-Nick creators here talk about Mitchell Robinson, but Landry Shamet, I think he's going to be crucial to get some of these guys rest. OG, obviously, I think we obviously want offense from OG, but I'm really expecting OG to really lock down Kate Cunningham when it comes down to it, when we need that defense. You know what I'm saying? Um, but yeah, I got Landry Shamet as my X factor. He's got to knock down those shots. I think he'll make the you always need a shooter. You know what I'm saying? So, and Mitch, Mitch is gonna do what Mitch does, man. And I like some of the comments he made earlier today, where he says he's locked in. He's excited to go out there and perform. And I love to hear that. He says, very. He's normally like 290. He said now he's around like 267 or something like that.
265 something like that, yeah.
Yeah, so he looks really good. Like I said, when he came out, he looked lighter. He looks like, just
Like
he's
out
moving really
here,
well. So I
You
like
look
what I see
happy.
from
dunk.
Mitchell Robinson.
You're out here doing Euro dunks and do the Euro
Yeah,
dunks.
You look,
man.
you
But
look
he's
happy.
also, he put striking the fear of God in some of these guys. So that's what I want to see from Mitchell. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Yeah, and Mitch Robinson, I like that. Good take on the X Factor. Um, you actually took my take with the Landry Shamit. So I
I
like.
apologize, my
Yo,
brother.
yo, guys, great minds think alike. 'Cause I
Yeah,
was gonna say
that
Shamit.
Landry
But
Shamit.
Landry,
I
that
swear,
diamond in the
'cause that
rough, you
Landry
need.
hit them 7 threes. I was like,
Yeah,
Van Done. Like,
I
he's looking
apologize,
like
bro. I
he's
Shout out
tried to.
looking
Landry Shaman, heated up right at the right time.
yo
yeah, yeah.
perfect timing. Yo, I gotta give all apologies to Landry Shamit, yo, because
Me too.
early in the season I was like, yo, I don't want to see him play no minutes. I want to see this guy play over him.
Right.
And shout out to Tibbs, bro. Like Tibbs Tibbs sees these guys in and out,
Tips
bro.
what?
He believes in what he believes in because he's seen it at some point, and we haven't seen it. So we like, what are we doing? Get him
Are
out of here.
you are you in are you ending the show with Tibbs love?
Ooh.
Not necessarily. Do it. I guess. Oh, this is no.
I
No,
had to
no, we got
also
one more topic. We got one more topic. We got one more topic.
I'm just
But look, I've always been one to give Tibbs the proper credit because he gets hated so much. Now, does he do stupid shit? Yes.
every head coach
Like, yes, he does stupid shit. Like,
Yes.
like foul, bro. Like, what are we doing?
does. Right.
Foul. You up 3 foul. I'm gonna do that shit every time.
Yeah, call timeout when you need to call timeout. Don't just simple stuff. Like I agree.
Like little shit like that is where I get frustrated with him. He's stubborn because he's an older guy. I like it to a certain extent too because it's like I don't like people that are wishy washy. You know what I'm saying? It's like I want you to stand on what you're going to stand on until
you
you
know
have,
business.
yeah, until you have to change it. Once you have to change it, then you like, nah, I was looking crazy. Let me change it. At least he changes it. It's not like he won't ever change it. He just take a long ass time to change the shit. To be honest,
Tibbs
Yeah,
is so
listen.
old school. Tibbs is so old school. It's when you can curse at him, he'll curse at you back, and niggas have that rapport. Like fuck you, you fuck off, you
it's
fuck
no,
off.
you fuck off. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's straight up New York vibes.
you
You know,
motherfucker.
New York energy and there's no beef. Is love. It's like nah, that's my man.
He gives that and then at the end of the day, he gives that you motherfucker.
We love you, Tibbs.
I mean, listen. Some people will say that Tibbs is an X factor, and
Tips the X Factor.
Yay! Yay!
listen. I'm not. But listen, I don't.
And
I don't say that
and when
now
Stan brought
because
him up,
hold
and
on.
it said Knicks X Factor, I said, "Yo, somebody's gonna see Tibbs."
Nah, because I
That's
listen.
a
Could
good
be.
one, though.
Could be.
No, but
Could be.
Yeah.
against this team, you really, if your coach is a liability against a team like this, you got some serious problems, and I don't think that that's going to be a thing. But
Oh, JB,
we will see.
he is steak, dinner, potatoes, corn, and carrots for Tibbs.
We will see. We will see.
So
Champ, talk to us. Who's your X Factor?
yeah.
Honestly, Mikael Bridges.
I love how everybody gave different answers.
Mikael Bridges.
I love how
Everybody has their ways about them, right? I feel like there's a lot of X factors on this team for different ways depending on who your matchup is. Mikael, you got to look at he's gonna be paired up with. Tim Hardaway, who's not the greatest defender.
mm,
You know what I'm saying? Mikael's
Yeah.
gonna take him down in a post. He's gonna do the jump shot turnaround, and literally he's gonna kill him every time.
stay
You
all
know what I'm
day.
saying? Every fucking time. The beauty part though is Mitchell Robinson's down there to clean up whatever misses you see.
Mm-hmm.
If somebody comes off, if Jalen Durant comes off and Mitch to try to help out Tim Hardaway from that fade, Mikael is gonna pass that out. Mitch is gonna be wide open now. See, we didn't
Mitch is
have
a
that
10, though.
luxury before.
Yeah.
We didn't
I
have
mean,
that luxury
we have
before.
a lot of luxuries, bro. We really have it. This is
Mm-mm.
like the
So solid.
biggest that we're in a luxury market right now. It's like
Yeah.
we like Saint Laurent, we like Gucci, we like what you like. We in the luxury
What you
market.
want? Well, yeah, what you want?
We in a luxury brand right now. So we got nice things, we got fine things all
Yeah.
around. I
Got
think
no
that's
It's New
why
excuses
York. It's
though.
New York.
No excuses though.
no excuses, none at all. Not when you're this built. Now and you're this healthy now. Now the only excuse you're going to get, which you're not going to get, is you weren't healthy enough to build that chemistry, that camaraderie, that continuity.
Mm-hmm.
The continuity, yes, B. But nobody's going to give a fuck. Nobody cares. Nobody's going to give you any excuse
Yeah.
because you do have these guys on your fucking team, bro. Like you got these guys, every one of these guys on your squad, and we're healthy for the first time since ever.
Ever. This is a great time
Ever?
to kill a
Like
lot of narratives for sure. Yeah.
what? So B, who's educate the good folk. Um, you know, there's a lot of
Start all over here
miscommunication
again, because
out
it could all be so simple if. No, I did want to emphasize Mitch Robinson. He's our last tenure on our last Nick that we drafted,
there.
last longest Nick. That's obvious. But our bigs are the X factor. That's Towns, that's Precious, and that's Mitch. Why? People keep telling everybody, Tib, start Cat, start Mitch. Who comes off the bench then if they start? Campaign? Lady Shannon? Who
Josh
comes in
Hart.
for Precious Achua does. We need our bigs to show up this series. Our bigs are so major because I'm not going to downplay Jalen Duran either. Excuse me, I believe that Jalen Duran. There's a lot of Jalen's in this series. Oh my God. Um, Jalen Duran is he's a big man. They have Isaiah Stewart. He's a big man, very physical, very physical. As we know, they do have some guys there, bad boy Pistons. Um, we gotta show up. We gotta show up. Cat has to show up. Mitch has to show up. And Precious, Precious, Precious. If you're listening, we need you. We need you. A lot of those silly things. I know he was one of our laughing jokes during this season. But he played good. He did. He had moments where he played for us, and that's what New York's about. New York is about this moment. That's why Towns is important for you. This is your opportunity. This is your moment to show up for us and make yourself more than a household name. Be what Jalen became for us. Be the man. Be right after Aaron. Forget Aaron Judge. Let us talk about Carl Towns and Jalen Brunson after this run that you guys do for us in this series. That's how good Carl Towns has to be. We have to never ever talk about ever. Mitch Robin has to retire Nick at this point with the way he goes with this series. And Precious Stewart has to get paid. Get paid this series. Get paid. Get
Yeah.
paid. The bigs. It's the bigs.
We
The
might
bigs
not
got to
be
show
able
up.
to afford him though.
I know.
Uh,
But it's good. Get paid. You know, get your ring and then go get paid, my boy. Get your ring and go get paid.
And last time I checked, Precious Achua baptized
Talk about it.
Isaiah Stewart. So
Talk
just
about it.
to
They
put
could
that
bring
out
that,
there.
yeah, that energy that they brought in that last game against those bigs. I don't think they have a chance because we do have a wing stop that could stop Malik or Cade or whoever the case may be in the guard on the wings. Um, there are some times where we struggle. We have Hulk who's still out. We don't know if he'll be back before this playoff run. It's precious. We only have three bigs. We do. We only have three bigs. Josh Hart and OG are not bigs. I know we utilize them as such, but they're not bigs. And shout out to them for playing big when we need them to. But they're not bigs. Barely
absolutely.
Mm.
Shout out
precious
to those
is.
boys. The Knicks has been, like I said, it's the first time we're healthy. It's gonna be, I think, just being healthy is a struggle for Tibbs because it's like shit. Like it's like a kid in a candy store, and it's like, yo, what do I eat first? Or now you got all the candy at home, and mom is like, nah, you can only have one piece, and you're like, shit, I
You
only,
like that Shannon Sharp meme?
you know what I'm saying? Like I want at least three. So I'm not gonna have only one right now. So let's keep it where we at right now. We feeling good about the Knicks. We're playing the Pistons. They obviously have their fan base feels very good about them. You know, the season series was
They
was
have
tough,
one? No, let me stop.
but shit. Let's talk about it. Knicks in. Knicks in 4, 5, 6, 7.
Bro, you go ahead, go
I,
first. I know you gotta.
I personally don't do the Knicks in. I do the Knicks in, meaning like Knicks
We gonna
in.
win.
We gonna win. That's it.
Mm.
Knicks in. You figure out the rest. I'm not doing four,
I just know
five.
we gonna
Seven.
win.
It none of that matters. It's cute. It's fun. It could be sexy, but I don't care. Knicks in. At the end of the day, Knicks are gonna win the series. That's how I believe.
Man.
But what are we thinking? Knicks and what? And let's kick it off with let's kick it off with you, Rose.
Orange and blue skies,
Aren't you blue
Knicks
sky?
in
Mm-hmm.
five.
Knicks at five.
Give me a high
Mm.
five.
Shout out to
Mm-hmm.
Shannon Sharp. Orange and blue skies, Knicks in five.
I
Mm-hmm.
love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
Knicks at five. Now, Ant,
Right back.
got a prediction for me?
Yeah, man. We shouldn't be playing with our food at this point.
Hmm.
We are the superior team. Got the more talent. It's not even. It's a no brainer for me. You know what I'm saying? Gentlemen sweep at the worst.
Mm.
I went to go get it
Um,
too. I had to go get it for
You
you, man.
know, a gentleman's sweep. You know what I'm saying? I would be very disappointed and worried if it goes past that. You know what I'm saying? And this is not to disrespect Detroit. It's just we are the better team. You know, it's just that's just a fact. So
Yeah, I think you also got to take into account, obviously, but shit, B got the broom out.
And we usually here. We usually here. We here right now. We here.
Okay, okay.
Sweet. Sweet. This is a series where forget the past. Forget the past. This is a moment, and right now we seize the moment. Sweep these men. Get them out of here.
right.
Next
Child's play.
ball, get the broom. Get the fuck out of here, Detroit.
Child's play. Child's play. Get the broom. Child's play.
Get
This
the
is child's
fuck
play.
out of here, Detroit.
Child's play.
Get out of here.
Child's play.
Pack your bags. Get the fuck out of here. Y'all
Listen
staying
to that
home.
Stewart song he
You
just
gonna go
dropped.
take the get game 3, game 4. Y'all stay home. Y'all just enjoy the rest of the summer. I like to hear this. This is the type of this man play fuck. Can we get a playoff tonight? Because when I hear shit like this, Knicks in 4, I get excited. I get animated. I want to shit. I want to go streaking. You know what I'm saying? Like I get really excited when I
It's
hear.
getting nice out.
Hey
It's getting
yo.
nice out. It's getting nice.
Hey,
Hell,
Hey,
yo,
yo,
you,
yeah,
Hey yo.
don't
you
do
ain't
that.
got
it's
you
getting.
ain't you ain't gotta let us know, young. You ain't gotta yell at us.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to jump in the
You do
pool.
that shit on your own accord, okay?
Hey,
Yeah,
I'm just giving you a heads up. I'm probably going to the beach tomorrow. It's Good Friday.
Enjoy.
you gotta like uncooked chicken.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We ain't
but
going to Cancun no time soon, so get it in. Get it in.
yeah, man.
Do we have
So
another topic
yeah,
after this?
make me
No,
feel
we
good,
should end
man.
it.
Let's
Yeah,
keep
we
the
should end it.
same
Nah,
vibes.
Okay, I'm just
And
curious.
what's your thoughts on it?
one more
Knicks
time. I
in,
hear you. On
Knicks
me?
in.
Listen, man. 8 mile, 98 miles.
Knicks
Knicks in 5, man.
in 5. Ooh,
Knicks in 5.
So something like
yeah,
Minute Maid, Kane, it don't matter.
you
It
know,
Listen,
don't
man.
matter.
It
you,
don't matter.
for the most part, it sounds just like
And we gonna wave it. We gonna wave to somebody at Motown.
I do
See y'all
want to end
later.
the show though with saying, um, playoffs is 7 games though, guys. So if it doesn't happen and some of the predictions that we do occur, understand the Knicks win the series. And we
yeah,
we we win
yeah,
the series,
absolutely.
guys. We win the
And
series.
I'll give a Knicks in just so I'm not being like I'm not playing to the game of the show. Knicks in I'm gonna say Knicks in 6. I think that
Respect.
they'll get 1 or 2. Just because they have that length, athleticism, that grittiness, and I haven't seen us not play with our food. I've seen us play with our food a
Yeah,
lot.
that's true.
I don't think
So
we'll. I don't
Giving
think
it
we
to
get
the
in the
dog and
playoffs. In the
stuff.
playoffs, nah.
Yeah, I
I
think that
would
I
hope
think
so. I will hope we're not playing with our food, but I need to see it. I,
100%. Well, that's why I said like we can't, and that's why I said if it goes past gentleman's sweep, it's cause for concern.
yeah, definitely disappointing. I think either way you win this series, it's not going to be a good look unless you win in a gentleman's sweep. If we win in 6, I think people still will
6 is
probably
nasty work. 5, I don't think is that bad.
not 6
5 is fine. The gentleman's sweep, if they get one, but
5 is
Oh,
great.
that's
5
okay.
I think if you get 6, you're gonna have people still trying to not give us our full credit and be like, "Oh, they should have took it. Oh, they got it.
Yup.
Oh, they
yeah, but
going."
that's okay though, because they say the same crap with Boston and Cleveland. You know what I'm saying? Like that happened last year. Boston, I think, lost the game to Atlanta or whatever. Like at the end of the day, that don't matter. Like
Yeah. We just can't take it in 7 games. No, we cannot do that. That's ridiculous. I
six
won't
or
even lie
seven
to you.
games, you
That is
definitely
ridiculous.
there's some there's some issues there.
Yeah.
I think it went into kind of like how the second round was last year. It was uncomfortable, and nobody wants to feel like I've always said, like growing up, like telling my son, telling like other fans, I was like, "Yo, if Knicks make it to the finals, I don't know if I'll be able to watch that shit, bro."
No, my anxiety. Anxiety. Too much
I was
If
anxiety.
we
like,
make the
"Oh,
Eastern
One
Conference,
mistake, I'm ready to throw the TV. I'm
yeah, because
crazy.
I'm gonna be so my highs and lows are gonna be insane. It's
I'm
gonna
like,
be
that's the play that should have won.
listen,
so crazy. So it's like
No, we're gonna watch it. We watching it.
when we played like the Pacers last year, obviously we gonna close out. But when we played
Yeah.
the last year, and we were supposed to. And now we losing. I'm like, what the fuck is happening? What is
Yeah.
going on, bro?
Yeah, but last year though it was all about health though.
No,
Yeah.
absolutely. It's all about health. Matchups do make a difference, though. Styles make fights. So we
Yeah.
see, man, we got a lot. The playoffs is upon us. The plans, they finishing up the plans right now. Yesterday to tomorrow, tonight as we speak. So everything will be locked in. But shit, we know what we doing. Knicks Pistons, we ready to go. We
I love me
masked
a
up.
bad boy.
For
Love
the
me a bad boy.
vibes.
Got the hats
For the
low. We got
vibes.
the on. You know what I'm
For the
saying?
vibes.
Go to war. So again, for myself, or actually, champ, tell the good people where to find you, where they could support you.
Okay, you can reach me at Flyman Jones on X, Twitter, X, whatever. And on IG, you can hit me up at Jones Stay Bowling.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And tell the good people where they can find you, where they can support you, where they can see that viral shit that you be posting all the time.
Yeah,
We're gonna have a
man.
lot of content for y'all this playoffs.
Sir.
Yeah, man. You can find me at Knicks Jedi on Twitter, Knicks Jedi on IG. And one more thing before we go, I know Kate Cunningham is fourth in the league in assists. He's also second in the league in turnovers. So
Yeah,
Yes.
just something to think
Mm.
about. But yeah, you guys can find me on this. Salute to Knicks Nation. Let's go Knicks.
let's fucking go. B, tell the good people where they could support you, where they
What's
can
up?
get good energy, where they could get the good vibes from you.
Yes, Twitter, Instagram, Sporty Spice. That's with two C's. So Sporty, SPICCE. Let's get our squats in. Let's get our arms ready because we're going to be cheering this entire playoff series. Let's go.
Yeah, you gotta get
Our hands is up all series. Let's go. So make
all
sure
up,
y'all
all
follow
up,
us.
be up. It's up, it's up, it's up. And you already know what it is. It's your man Stan. I appreciate y'all for tuning in, tapping into another episode of Knicks World. Shout out to the Knicks community. Shout out to the YouTube algorithm doing what y'all do. Appreciate y'all. Until next time, we gonna catch y'all on the next one.
Love y'all, my brothers. Good night.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.